Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we shall be discussing NFL Week 4. Instead of doing just Thursday Night Football, I decided to give you guys a preview for every single game of NFL Week 4 that will be happening this week. Now, when it comes to the first game that will be taking place tonight, it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars visiting the Cincinnati Bengals. The Jacksonville Jaguars are 0-3, losing their last game to the Cardinals 31-19, and the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Steelers at the Steelers last time and absolutely humiliated those Steelers. So, I mean, if you really look at it, one team is coming off of a high, the other team is still on a low. And, I mean, it's kind of obvious who really thinks, even though Jacksonville does have Trevor Lawrence. I just want to say, the only rookie that's got a win for his team is Mac Jones. And that was against the other rookie quarterback, that is Zach Wilson. And Zach Wilson threw about 4 picks in that game. So, I mean, it was kind of obvious that Mac Jones is going to win that game. But in terms of the Cincinnati Bengals versus Jacksonville Jaguars, I have the Cincinnati Bengals beating the Jacksonville Jaguars by a score of 28-16. Moving on, the first game of Sunday afternoon that I have on here, that I've written down so far, it's going to be my Atlanta Falcons hosting the Washington football team. Now, the Washington football team did, in fact, lose to the Bills 43-21. So not a good day for Taylor Heineke and that Washington team. But that Bills team is something else. But Taylor Heineke will now have another good thing for him. He'll be having Curtis Samuel hopefully returning off of injured IR. And so that'll be a big boost for this Washington football team. They're going to be going against the Atlanta Falcons, who beat the New York Giants by a field goal thanks to Younghoe Koo. So when it comes to this game, who do I have winning between my Atlanta Falcons versus the Washington football team? I have the Atlanta Falcons winning against the Washington football team 32-21 and picking up another win at home and going to 2-2. Next, we have the Texans at the Bills. The Texans are 1-2. The Bills are 2-1. As we just discussed, the Texans actually lost in Thursday Night Football against the Carolina Panthers, and now they will be playing against the Buffalo Bills, who just recently beat the Washington football team. And I just want to say, this Bills offense and the Bills defense is just getting better and better each coming game. So I don't really think the Texans are going to be able to beat the Bills, but I do think the Texans will try and pull up a good fight, which is why I have the Bills beating the Texans by a score of 35-25. Lions at the Bears. The Lions are 0-3, losing to the Ravens by the longest field goal ever made. That's not in Denver. Because Denver Stadium is known for their long field goals. But the Ravens beat the Lions, and now they'll be playing against the Chicago Bears. With who knows who knows is going to be at quarterback. Does anybody really know who's going to be a quarterback for the Chicago Bears? Could be Nick Foles, could be Andy Dalton, could be, what's the rookie's name? Justin Fields? I really don't know. But what I do know is this. The Chicago Bears are going to win this game by a score of 34-14. Carolina Panthers at the 2-1 Dallas Cowboys. The Carolina Panthers, shockingly, and I really hate to say this as a Falcons fan, the Carolina Panthers are 3-0. The Dallas Cowboys are 2-1. The Carolina Panthers beat the Texans last time out on Thursday Night Football, so they've had a lot of days to rest and get prepared for this Cowboys game. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Los Angeles Chargers this past Sunday, thanks to a couple blown calls by the ref. So Cowboys fans, you really be 2-1? I don't really honestly think so. But even though Carolina is 3-0, Carolina's been on the streak, they're going to be facing a Dallas defense, which is pretty good. I mean, look what they did against the Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, the referees blew some calls again in that game, but so this Dallas defense was pretty good, which is why I have it being a close game, and the Dallas Cowboys are going to pick up the win against the Carolina Panthers by a score of 32-29. Colts at Dolphins. 0-3 Colts at 1-2 Dolphins. Now, I honestly never would have thought the Colts would have been 0-3 at this point with Carson Wentz. I would have at least thought they would have been a 1-2, but not 0-3, and now they're going to be facing a 2 or less Dolphins. And I just want to say this: Indy still has one of the best offensive lines that they have. They have Jonathan Taylor, a good running back who's probably going to run riot on that Dolphins team, which is why the Colts are going to beat the Dolphins by a score of 17-19. 2-1 Browns at 1-2 Vikings. Interesting. This is going to be an interesting game because last time Kirk Cousins played, Kirk Cousins balled out. And then the Browns, they did very good to pick up a win and move to 2-1. And I just want to say this. Vikings fans, even though Kirk Cousins did play well in the last game, I don't really think that's going to happen again. And I think the Cleveland Browns are going to dominate the Minnesota Vikings, which are why I have the score being 35-14 and the Browns picking up the win away at the Vikings. 0-3 Giants versus 2-1 Saints. The Saints beat the Patriots last time out, and the Giants lost to the Falcons last time out. And considering how the offense is going for Daniel Jones, I mean, Daniel Jones played pretty well against the Atlanta Falcons, so I gotta give him that. But in terms of this game against New Orleans Saints just beat the New England Patriots. Not many teams can go to the Patriots and beat the Patriots at the Patriots. The Buccaneers are going to be playing the Patriots this weekend at the Patriots, so we'll see if they can do it. But this Giants team is not going to beat the New Orleans team, and I hate to say that because I feel sorry for these Giants fans that are 0-3 because the Giants should not be 0-3. They should actually be at least 2-1 or 1-2 or possibly something like that. But they're going to move on to be 0-4, and they're going to lose this game against the Saints 35-24. Titans at the Jets. Titans will be playing the 0-3 Jets, and I mean, what's happened the last few games with Zach Wilson and the New York Jets? There's no way the Tennessee Titans are going to be losing this, especially with that defense playing really good. A.J. Brown being injured, Julio Jones being questionable. The Titans' offense is not going to be that good, but they still have Derrick Henry, so Derrick Henry's going to run riot on this Jets defense. So I had the score being a score of 24-16. So the Jets will pull up a little bit of points, but won't be enough to beat the Tennessee Titans. And the final game of Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock will be the Chiefs at the Eagles. And I don't really think there's anything less to say about this. Patrick Mahomes had a terrible game last time out. I think that's not going to happen back-to-back games, especially against this Philadelphia Eagles team. So I had the Chiefs making a statement against the Eagles, saying that they're back and they're back to their good ways, and they're going to win the game by a score of 38-10. Now, the afternoon 4 or 5 games to the 8 o'clock game, which is going to be very much interesting game of the week. The 3-0 Cardinals will be playing the 3-0 Rams at the Rams. Cardinals, Rams, both. If you told me both of these teams are 3-0, the most surprising one is the Cardinals, because I did not see the Cardinals being 3-0. But the Cardinals have been very impressive, but they've been squeaking by some of these wins. Meanwhile, the other team that they're going to be playing, the Los Angeles Rams, they just beat the defending Super Bowl champions in that new stadium in L.A., where the Super Bowl is going to be hosted. And Matthew Stafford has been playing well. He's been playing really well. So even though I have this as a close game and I have the Rams winning, the Rams will be winning by 4 points, and the score will be 17-13. Seahawks at the 49ers. I feel bad for Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's been doing a lot for the Seattle team, and Seattle just doesn't seem to do enough for him because Seattle's 1-2. They're going to be facing the 2-1 49ers. And I mean, the 49ers are playing decent right now with this thing that they have with Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. But unfortunately for them, I have them losing this weekend against the Seahawks 32-28. So another 2 close games between the NFC West teams. Ravens at the Broncos. The Ravens are 2-1. The Broncos are 3-0. And Teddy Bridgewater has shockingly been surprising for me because I did not think Teddy Bridgewater would be playing this well. But they have been some kind of bad teams, so I can't really say they should be 3-0, which is why I have the Ravens stomping the Broncos at the Broncos 34-14 and moving the Ravens to 3-1, the Broncos to 3-1 also. Steelers at the Packers. Packers just beat the Detroit Lions on Monday, And then the Steelers lost against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers do not want to have a losing season because I don't really think since Mike Tomlin has been the head coach for Pittsburgh they've ever had a losing season, and I highly doubt they want to do that then. But unfortunately for them, this Packers team is riding high. Aaron Rodgers is getting back to where he is, back to his best. And this Packers team is going to win at home against the Steelers by a score of 21-17. And this will also be a Super Bowl rematch from the time Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl against Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers. But nothing will change. The Green Bay Packers will be winning against the Steelers. And now the most interesting game of the week for the NFL, the New England Patriots versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brady versus Belichick. The first time they have faced since Brady left Belichick and went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and won the Super Bowl. And I'm not going to say anything else because there's a lot I can say about that Super Bowl and Tom Brady going to that team because, I mean, it's kind of obvious he had no help in New England. So what was the point of him staying? He had no help. He went to a team that was basically loaded and had a lot of help and basically took them to the Super Bowl, kept all the team, and now they're back here and they just signed Richard Sherman as their number one cornerback. So it's going to be an interesting game. Tom Brady's going to throw for a lot of yards. I think Bill Belichick is going to have Matt Jones not throw that many yards, but I think they're going to run the ball. And New England has a decent running game, so I'm going to say even though this game is going to be close, everybody's thinking that the Buccaneers are just going to stomp on the Patriots. I don't really think so. I think the Patriots are going to actually end up beating Tom Brady and the Buccaneers by a touchdown by a score of 34-24. And for the final week of NFL Week 4, we have the Monday night game. We have the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Los Angeles Chargers. The 3-0 Raiders facing the 2-1 Chargers. The Chargers just recently beat the Kansas City Chiefs, so they're riding high. They're going to be playing at home, and I think the Los Angeles Chargers are going to pick up another win and beat this Raiders team and finally give John Gruden his first loss with Derek Carr this season. So, in terms of and out of all the games, I have 10 home wins and 6 away wins. Thursday night, tonight, Bengals will be winning 28-13. Falcons at Washington at Falcons, 32-21 to the Falcons. Texans at Bills, 25-35 to the Bills. Lions at the Bears, 34-14 to the Bears. Panthers at Cowboys, 32-29 to the Cowboys. Colts at Dolphins, 17-19 to the Colts. Browns at Vikings, 35-14 to the Browns. Giants at Saints, 35-24 to the Saints. Titans at Jets, 24-16 to the Titans. Chiefs at Eagles, 38-10 to the Chiefs. Sunday afternoon to night. Cardinals at Rams, 17-13 to the Rams. Seahawks at 49ers, 32-28 to the Seahawks. Ravens at Broncos, 34-14 to the Ravens. Steelers at Packers, 21-17 to the Packers. Bucks at Patriots, 34-24 to the Patriots. And then Monday night, 21-18 for the Chargers, hosting the Las Vegas Raiders. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please just smash the like button. I'll be posting more sports content for you guys to see in the coming days. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification so you get my videos go live. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.